Hello and welcome to Creatively Colorberries. My name is Devon and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to this channel. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for coming back. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, I welcome you in. So on this channel, you will see sewing, knitting, jewelry making, and whatever additional crafts that I think of to do in between sewing and knitting, which is primarily what I do. By the way, the earrings that I'm wearing today, I made those. So what I have for you today is a review of the blouse that I'm wearing, catch up on some projects that I had mentioned that I wanted to work on from my last video, and additional information about some projects that I want to work on in the future. So let's start with what I'm wearing. So what I'm wearing is Simplicity 9547, which is a blouse being worn by the model, which is View A. And here are the line drawings. So this is described as Mrs. Top and Tunic. The suggested fabrics are challis, crepe, voile, cotton blends, and double georgette. The notions that are required for View A, which is the one that I made, are 5 1/2-inch buttons. This pattern is categorized as easy, and the sizes go from size 6 to size 22, where the bust on the size 6 is 30.5 inches and on the size 22 is 44 inches. So I made the size 14, which corresponded with my measurements, and as I said, I made View A. So what I like about this pattern is I love the sleeves. I love the gathering on the neck, and I like the buttons going down the back. So those are things that I like. That's it. I'm sorry that I had to sacrifice my fabric, which I've had in my stash for like well over 15 years. It is a drapey fabric. I don't know what it is. It's been in there for so long, I don't know what it is. It looks like a chambray, but it's really, really very light and drapey. So that's why I chose this fabric to go with this blouse. So what I don't like the fact that it shifts. It shifts all the time. It shifts toward the back, so my shoulder seam is back here. It shifts from side to side, so I'm constantly readjusting it and fiddling with it and changing it and trying to make it sit the way I want it to sit. And I don't like that, because I don't want to put my clothes on and then spend time readjusting it all day. So unfortunately, this is going to be one of those rare items that I make for myself and give away, because the thought of having to unpick all of it to redo it is just not an appealing one. Also, I have a book by Nancy Zeman, a fitting book. I'm going to look in it before I give it away to see if there's a minor fix that I can do to make it fit a little bit better. But if I keep it, I'm not going to wear it. So unless I see something in there, I'm definitely going to give it away. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to revisit this pattern. I don't know what went wrong, because according to the numbers on the inside tissue, on the pattern paper, and on the outside, on the back of the envelope, on the finished garments measurements, this should have been a good fit. But unfortunately, It is not. It is too big. I feel like I have way too much fabric here in the front. And of course, there's the shifting and the, you know, constantly trying to put it back where it belongs. And yeah, so I don't know what went wrong. So I'll keep the pattern and maybe make it in a smaller size next time. I don't know. I have other projects that I want to work on. So maybe once I get caught up with those projects, maybe I'll come back and revisit this one. So that is my review of Simplicity 9547 View A. If you have made this pattern, let me invite you to tell me your thoughts. Did it fit? Do you like the way it fit? Did you have challenges with it moving around? You know, my sleeve and shoulder is down here, and on the model it looks closer to being on her actual shoulder. Mine drops below my shoulder, so I don't know. I cut it as a size 14, which corresponded with my numbers, with, you know, my body numbers. So I don't know what happened, which is kind of a shame because it is a pretty blouse, but yeah, that happens sometimes. So let me know your thoughts about this pattern, if you have made it, or do you plan on making it, and does the information that I have just provided, does it help you to make a decision regarding whether or not you're going to try? Because it is pretty. Maybe, yeah, I'll let you know, and you let me know what you think. So the next thing that I would like to talk about is a project that I mentioned on my last video. And I had made this skirt, which is Butterick 4580. So I made Butterick 4580, and I was planning on making a blouse. I had selected the fabric to make the blouse based on the fabric that's the color of the skirt. And this is the fabric that I had selected. It's very pretty, and the pink in it goes very well because these little pink flowers, yeah, it goes very well with the color of the skirt. And then the red and the orange and the yellow, they all go very well with that skirt. So I finally made a decision as to which pattern I was going to use to make that blouse, and that is Vogue 9006. I haven't decided on the view. It's definitely not going to be the long sleeve one. Maybe the short sleeve one or the sleeveless. I'm not sure. But here's the line drawing on this pattern, and it is beautiful, and it is described as being easy. So I have cut out the pattern pieces already. I haven't cut the fabric. This blouse. I haven't cut the fabric. So I'm going to now cut the fabric for the already prepared pattern pieces and sew that up and write a review and take pictures. So that's coming up in my next video. So something else that I just currently made, I've completed 2 bucket hats. One for myself and one for my husband. So the pattern is Vogue 0660, and I made this bucket hat. So this pattern is from 2004. It's been in my stash for years, and I finally made the bucket hat. So it is described as, this package includes patterns and instructions to make 4 lined hats and 2 contrast lined wraps, and all sizes are included. Size small, which is 8 to 10, all the way up to large, which is 16 to 18. And the head size for the small is 21.5 inches, and the head size for the large is 23.5 inches. So the recommended fabrics go from fur to velvet to cotton. Really and truly, you can use anything that you want to make these hats, especially the bucket hat, which I made. And it's an excellent scrap buster. The hat has 3 pieces. You have the top, the crown, and the brim. And of course, it's lined. So here's my hat. It is made with leftover mudcloth from a prior project, and I love it. It's great. It's definitely my style. And the inside I lined with this bluish purple satiny fabric, and it's very comfortable to wear. Of course, I wouldn't put this on in the middle of summer, but it's very comfortable even in the winter because it is lined and the mudcloth itself is warm. So if you see this pattern anywhere or any iteration of it, Vogue 0660, give it a purchase and then make some hats, because you can definitely use up a lot of leftover fabrics doing this. All right. So the next thing that I would like to talk about is something that I had mentioned in my previous video. I had mentioned Simplicity 9525, which are a series of pouches. So I have made this one, which is C, and this one, which is D. And I've already gifted them. So I have 2 more on my sewing table that I've cut out, and I'm going to sew those up. So when I do my next video, I will show you what that looks like. Also, in this video, I'm going to include pictures of the ones that I have made and gifted already. Pictures of the inside and the outside. And this too is a wonderful scrap buster. So that is all I have for you today. I'm glad that you stopped by my little corner of the YouTube universe. You could have been looking at videos, other people's videos, or not looking at videos at all, but I'm grateful that you stopped by here. It is very important to me that that I continue to create content that excites me and is interesting to the people who are watching. So I really do appreciate your coming by. So before I leave, I would like to invite you to hit the like button if you like the content of this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. As always, I encourage you to believe in the beauty of your dreams. Stay wonderfully creative, and I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.